Now continuing on with my presentation before I was so abruptly interrupted by the battery running dead, or should I say my tape running short. I was saying if you in order to swim, you got to dive in the water, jump in the water, you got to get in there, immerse yourself into the water to know if you can swim. So, when it comes down to Christians and they representing God or Christ or whatever they want, you got to immerse yourself into that spirit. And if you don't do that, you can get away with being believing in Christ. You can be all those things that you believe in God. If you believe in Christ, all those things you can continue to do. They may be true, they may not be true. All you know is that it is a belief. But do you think it's there for you to believe? Do you think a tree was there to believe that you can do a lot of things with, or for you to do a lot of things with? Do you think other materials of the earth is just there for you to see it and believe what you can do with it, or to do something with it? Well, everything gets something done with it, and even Christ. It's just that because we have allegiance to our state and the interpretation of scriptures, which it solidifies our faith, is built upon what men have taught us, men who are absent of the Spirit of God, beyond a belief. And so we end up with people who are hating each other through political issues that are common amongst us all. If you look over the whole world, every living person, every living thing, doesn't care if it's a man, an animal, or insect, whatever it is, if it's living, it's concerned about survival. It's concerned about continuing to live. And most things that live require food. And for the most part, require some form of shelter. Even worms and snakes find shelter. So it requires some form of shelter. We out in COP, we got food and shelter, so forth. If you're human beings, you require some clothing. And if you're living on this earth, you are going to, at one time or another, require some form of education. And that won't be sufficient because you're going to get sick, you're going to require some form of health care. And when you think about all the stuff that you need, the food, the clothing, the shelter, the education, the health care, and all of that, how is that going to be accomplished? It's going to be accomplished by you, the individual, who have a skill, who have a desire, who got a want to do something, to contribute, to put your hands to the plow here in this earth, in America, in this process, and play a part in all those things that you all need. So you're creating those things for you. Now, because you believe in God, you got to have something that you got to have your true faith in, something that you know. And people know this. So they got you. They switched you to put your mind off of the God that you believe in to a God you can see, which is money. Well, see, money really isn't the God. Money is the Christ. The piece, you can equate the money with Christ. The God is the one who come up with the schemes and how to use money and manipulate it to do all the hurting things that it does to you. That's the God that that human beings listen to. Caught in by money. If you treated money like you treat Christ, we would have no problems. But you can only do what you know. And so in order to be able to be a servant of Christ, in order to be able to want to have an impact, you got to know God. You got to know what it's all about. You got to have that spirit in your life. And Americans and other people of the world do not have that spirit. They got a belief in it, but they don't know it. They don't have that spirit. That's why we're sinking. That's why when the Republicans who are conservatives, who when you listen to them speak, look like they just sure enough hate you. That's why you don't trust them. That's why when the Democrats speak, especially the one that's a part of the power structure, you hate them. You don't want to hear a thing they got to say if you're a conservative Republican. That's the way you feel about them. And so there you are. But that will never work. You come over with a guy like where the politicians have lied and done this, and you are having all these things revealed to you, till a guy like Donald Trump can come up who have robbed you just like all other millionaires, just like all other billionaires. They have done some things together, come together collectively to rob you. Donald Trump has done some things collectively with other partners to rob you. He's done a lot of things to rob you himself. That's why he's a multimillionaire. You a multimillionaire? And you're still doing some things that mess over people, but you're not that good. You still got a little bit. And you don't have anything. What are you talking about? I'm talking about me. Don't have anything. And so the people started running to Donald. Donald can help us. Look, George Bush has called out Donald and said some bad things about him. And Donald called him and said that they brought the World Trade Center down, and they panicked. The news media didn't hit it. The news media didn't say Donald Trump accused the Bushes of having a hand in the World Trade Center and make that international world news or anything like that. No, they closed their book on that, snatched little Bush down and said, you come on out of that. And the rest of the world, Donald. And this is what gets me about Alex Jones. What makes him think that just because Donald Trump said that makes him somebody that you can trust? I'm sure Alex Jones has been saying this himself. I mean, I could see Alex Jones standing up for himself before he's standing up for Trump. You know, not too long ago, we had a lottery that was worth $1 billion. I wanted to win that lottery because had I won, I was going to do just like Trump. Trump invest his money into his campaign. I was going to invest that winning into a campaign for God. And when I say campaign for God, I want to present God as I know God. I know God as a lover. I know God as what I have said he is to me and has shared it with you. Now, when I look at you and I look at all the troubles in the world, I walk up to you and say, look at this world, empty. And then a power that you can't see is responsible for putting you here. And made it possible that all those things that you need and require is right here for you. And all you got to do, he's already qualified the individual people to do it so that these things that you want, you can have. You are restricted only by your imagination or your lack of imagination. God has done this for you. And now you got cops killing cops. You got people killing legal officials. You got doctors killing babies and people killing doctors. Everybody got a little reason for killing. Your way is worth killing for. Even religious. Your way is worth killing for. Hey, that's all a part of this world. I used to hope that you would, by something that I did, would kind of open your eyes, as other guys and people are hoping who are saying something to you, that you would open your eyes and that you would make this change before you have to go through anything worse than you've already gone through. The evidence is that you are not going to do that. You don't mean any harm. You just don't know any better. And it's doing me no good to get angry with you and curse you out. It's doing Alex Jones no good. It's doing Trump no good, except he can help really screw you up. And I'm saying that he could be a good man. Look, because he could be, I thought the Clintons were great. And I started doing research on the Clintons, I found out, hey, so Donald Trump can be just like that. I know I can't say anything that he's done good, so I'm not bragging on Donald Trump and what he's going to do for us. I'm telling you to watch out for that man. Watch out for that man. What has he ever done for you? What has he ever done for you? What is he, even on his show, he was about making money and throwing people off and embarrassing people, talking about closing up a wall, talking about keeping people out of this country. Those are the ideas of men who are drowning in death, have no idea what it's about when you're talking about life. When Donald Trump comes on into a city, he's won something, he says, I love Nevada, I love New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, oh, he loves us. Oh my God. Well, anyway, you will learn. When God sent me here to tell you that these things that you could have, he sent me poor, a poor man, a descendant from a slave. He didn't send me a rich, wealthy man, even though I wanted to be, because it sure would have made it easier, I think. He didn't send me a white man, a privileged individual, as we call privileged to be. He sent me some down at the bottom of the pool that you would not want to deal with because you have been trained and taught that highlighted marks as a black man ain't nothing. And yet God sent me to share it with you the way to your peace, your prosperity, and your joy. And what you are going to do in 2016 is bring in what I would see as the leader of the New World Order. Because when Donald Trump can go around and talk about people like he talks about them, show no compassion for them, and then ego trip as he still talks, and say stupid things like hurting people and throw them out of here, and you can kill people in the street and you still vote for me. That man is saying that you are a bunch of stupid, ignorant fools. Well, it's nothing new. That's what the New World Order is saying about us every day. We're stupid, ignorant fools. And he's agreeing with them. Now, he came out of nowhere. How do you know that the New World Order didn't pull him up? You so busy hating Barack Obama, you said the New World Order pulled him up, and you think just because this man is spending his own money that the New World Order didn't pull him up? That man is still living. You saying they can kill him. They ain't killing this man. This man is speaking exactly what he wants to know, what they want done. This man is speaking right out of the mouth of the New World Order. Miss Clinton too. The only one that's not speaking out of the mouth of the New World Order is Sanders. Sanders got a heart. And he's speaking to those people who are hurting. And the people that are hurting, the rest of the world don't give a darn about. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care who you are, how much you hurt, how much pain you get. But everybody that got a job, they might be making minimum wage. But if they got a job that they can go to and make a few bucks to have something in their pockets, they don't give a damn about you. God does. But what does that mean? What does that translate into? God gives a damn about you when the world doesn't. You still got to eat. You're having trouble. Look at me. I'm going to the dentist and can't. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you a secret. I know how hard it is to have something and act like you care about somebody. I lived through that stuff in my early years. So I know that the world needs something right now that only God can give. And I know what it is that God can give. And in the process, I've tricked myself. I fooled myself. I told myself that if I felt the pain that you felt, I would be able to motivate you to rise up off your seats and get on your tails and do something. That's what I convinced myself. Let me feel the pain and suffering. So I don't have any money, just like you. I don't have a home I can call my own, just like you. I don't have a car I can call my own, just like you. My family died in parts of the world. I just can't get up and go, just like you. Family reunions and class reunions across the country where my associates might be taking place. I can't get up and go, just like you. Got family members that's dying, people that's sick. I can't go visit, just like you, because I'm broke. And now, one of the things I did, I allowed my oral hygiene to suffer because I always love presenting myself before people. And I know how important it is, your smile is. But I allowed mine to suffer, that knowing that each time that I allowed myself to do that, it would make me angry because now I can't stand before you like I want to. And then I saw and heard the story about Gandhi. You know, Gandhi had all kinds of teeth missing. Did nobody hate him? And I guess nobody would hate me, but I still kind of like you a little bit. But there was something that said, think not that I come to bring peace. At first I thought I did. But now I've learned. I come to bring a sword. A sword. What does that mean? That means I come to tell all of you believers in God. I don't care if you're believing in God, Allah, Buddha, whoever you're believing in. You just believe it. And believing ain't worth nothing. Believing ain't worth nothing. Believing is like believing you're going to win the lottery. I guarantee you're not. So what am I saying to you? I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, that God has given you a message today. I'm going to be going around and start going to churches and stop trying to preach peace and prosperity for everybody and tell you how to do it. I'm going to start telling that you're a hypocrite. You are a lying hypocrite. Not that you necessarily know it. You know, some of you know you're hypocrites. Many of you just caught up in that cracks. But you need somebody to call you out, and I'm going to call you out. I'm calling you out right now. As far as I can see, 99% of the Christians in America are nothing but hypocrites. Now, I don't want you to think that I don't want to call you just a hypocrite just out there pretending. I don't want it to seem like that, because that's low down. And I don't hope you wouldn't do that. I know some of you do. But for the most part, you've just been misled. Misled. How many of your preachers tell you that God brought you in this world, and when you change, you don't follow the dictates of Caesar? You know, I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. I don't care if you were in that party. When God comes into your life and you know it, you come out from amongst the Republicans. You come out from amongst the Democrats. You come out from amongst the capitalists. What I mean when I say you come out, I mean their way of thinking is no longer your way of thinking. I mean your mind has been renewed. Your heart has been renewed. And you're looking at life a whole different way. You're looking at a life that's beautiful. Not where the cancer has been sucked out and now health is in. And you are an instrument of that health. That's what I'm talking about. You don't be walking around and talking about the law. To hell with the law. There's not but one lawyer that can defend you, and that's God. And there's not but one judge, and that's God. And there's not but one master, and that's God. God. You can't say it. Every last one of you. God is supposed to be your master. Not a Republican, not a Democrat, not a slave master, not a black man or white man, a man or woman. That's all games, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Clinton has nothing to offer you. She just want to be a powerful woman. And nothing wrong with wanting to be a powerful woman if you got something to offer. And if you got something to offer, they would want you. But if all you going to do is what you've been doing, and what you have been doing ain't offer nobody or nothing, hey, somebody been tricked. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think, let me see if there's anything else I want to say down here. I made a few notes. Okay, the American citizen that has a job, well, including God's potential, okay. Okay, sinners can't hear him. Okay, what I got here, the New World Order. Okay, well, I guess I probably touched on all those things, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that I was able to do something to help somebody, someone got something out of this. Until the next time, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate for basic human rights for all people, saying that God, the power that made you, will let you take yourself straight to hell. And you know what? He will let you work yourself out of hell. Because one thing your preachers tell you, they say we're living in the last days. Let me reacquaint you with a secret. Apparently, God is the author of time, and he's not running out. Bye-bye.